welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to apply nail tips and then how to shape them. And specifically in this video, I'll be showing you how to shape them in like an almond shape. You can see a little bit better here. So these three, I already put tips on and shaped them. And so I'm gonna show you on this nail. I don't think you need to see every single nail, but I'll be showing you how to do that. The tips I use are really cool. They're very short, they're not super long, which makes them a lot easier to shape. They're already kind of an almond shape, like almond stiletto. They're also really easy to use if you wanted to do a coffin or ballerina shape too. So I can kind of show you how to do that as well. So to get started, let me show you what else you're gonna need besides the tips. You need a nail file. Any nail file will do. Obviously a buffing block. Oh, I didn't have it ready, sorry. Nail glue. So I like this Kiss one. I honestly just got it from the grocery store, but it's a brush on instead of like when you squeeze it out, and I feel like it's a lot more, it's a lot easier to apply. I have a lot more control with the brush. So I highly recommend this one. I've used it a few times and I really like it. But honestly, you could use any brand. You're gonna need some kind of dip powder, probably like a clear or natural color. This one is actually called Natural from Kira Sky. And I really like this one. This is what I applied to these three nails, and you can tell they look pretty natural. So this is the one that I really like. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start, you're gonna wanna go through your nail tips, and I like to line them out. So I have like each nail ready. So they're all lined up, ready to go. And I just kind of line them out based on how they fit. You can see these ones have little numbers on them, which is cool. And that way you can see, which size each finger is. And yeah, I will link these in the description. And they're really thin. Like, I honestly really like these tips. So here's what I'm gonna use. It's a size 7. And first thing you're gonna do is line it up on your nail, just kind of right after where the white ends is probably where we're gonna apply it, and just see how it fits. This one's a little big on the edges, but the next size didn't fit either. So what I'm gonna do is take my nail file and just gently file the edges in a little bit. This way we can make it fit, and it'll glue down a lot better too. Okay, so we'll just do a little, and let's see how well it fits now. I think that's better. So, let me get all these little scraggly pieces off. I'm gonna take our glue. And I like to put it a little further down on my nail than I think I'm gonna apply the tip. That way, just in case I feel like it has to go down a little further, we don't have a problem. So you're gonna kind of hold it where the number is and kind of a little further down on the tip. And then once you get it where you want on your nail, just press down for a few seconds right in the middle. That way it gets glued down there first. And then I take the sides and I press them in too. That way it really gets glued down everywhere. That looks pretty good, it looks pretty straight. So then what I do is I take the glue again. This is why the brush on kind really works better for me. And I brush over that line. So there's a few reasons. Oops, I got it on my skin. Great. And just wipe it off. Okay, so there's a few reasons I like doing this. If any of it didn't get underneath the nail, it'll kind of slide under and glue to the tip. The other reason I like doing it is you can see it kind of forms like a coat, like a coating. And when that dries, we're gonna take our nail file and you can buff over it, and that way you're not buffing off your like natural nail bed. You don't want to hurt that either, especially if you're trying to grow your nails out like I usually am. So it doesn't take very long to dry. We'll give it about a minute or so, and then I'll show you how to clip it, and then we'll go ahead and shape it. Okay, so it's almost dry. You'll need some cuticle nippers or nail clippers or just something to kind of cut this little 7 off. I mean, I know it looks cool, but probably don't want that. It's still drying, honestly. I came back on here a little too soon. I know it seems weird, my nails have been growing really well, and it seems weird that I would cut them and then put tips on just to do the shape, but for some reason when I try and shape almond on my natural nails, I don't know what happens, but they always end up hurting, and I think on the sides here I file into too much and it just hurts. So tips work better for me if I want to do an almond shape. Okay, it's dry now. So you're just gonna go ahead and cut this guy off. And you can see already, like look at the shape, kind of looks ballerina-ish now. So what you could do is if you wanted to do a coffin shape, you would just file the edges in straight like this. And that's really all you would do. It's really easy. Like these nail tips are awesome. But we're gonna do the same thing for almond. We're gonna do the sides first. So just kind of go pretty straight. Same on this side. If you got any glue around here, you can just file it off really easily too. And then you're just gonna kind of curve it. You're just gonna go like this, ever so gently. I think the key to shaping is not going crazy, not doing it too hard or too much, but just go a little bit at a time and see how you like it. So you can look how shaped that is already. So now what you're gonna do is kind of compare it to the other nails. It does look a little different since these have dip powder on them already, but just see if it's the length you want. I think it's slightly too long, so we're just gonna keep curving it a little. You can honestly kind of flatten it out a little bit. There we go. So you can see it's a little bit shorter now, maybe just a little bit more. And then you're gonna do the same thing we did at the beginning. You're gonna just curve it a little. You wanna make sure your sides are pretty straight. Again, I think that's looking pretty good. Looks about the same size now. If you get these little guys underneath, just kind of file underneath the nail. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just brush all this extra kind of dust off. And we're gonna dip it. Look how easy this is. Super duper easy. Oh, I forgot. So I like to put some kind of keratin bond on first. You could use rubbing alcohol. Just kind of dries the nail bed out and gets us ready for dip powder. Oh, I forgot another step too. You guys, just forgive me. Okay, so remember, so skip, let's go back. Skip the keratin bond. Before that, after I was done filing, remember I told you I put the glue on top right here? You're gonna file that down a little bit. You don't want like a big ridge between where the tip is and where your nail bed is, and you can already feel the glue helped with that a little bit, but you can kind of file that down just so it's more smooth. So you can literally just file right on the top of it. And again, because you put that glue down, that's really what you're filing. You're not really filing your nail bed. It also helps if the edges of the nail tip kind of stick up right here. They will sometimes. You can just file them down. You're just trying to make it feel like one cohesive nail bed. There we go. Out of frame again. I'm good at that. Okay, so now we're gonna brush it off. And we're gonna put our keratin bond on. Okay. You can see how natural this is looking already. It really doesn't look like I have a tip on, which is great. Okay, so we'll let that dry, and then go ahead and put this natural or clear dip on. So I'm just using triple vitamin. You can use whatever you like. I'm actually running out of this one. I need to get more. Okay, so for the first one, I go just a little bit below where I did the tip, maybe about like halfway down on your nail. It looks really good already. Brush that off. And then I go about, you could go all the way to your nail bed if you want. It just depends how thick you want this layer to be. So you're basically just trying to get it sealed with clear dip so that the nail tip doesn't want to pop off, and then you can dip over it, or you can use a peel base and then go ahead and dip over that. So I think I'm gonna go almost up my nail bed. Go all the way this time. We'll let this dry and then we'll do our activator. At this point, it's just a normal dipping process for the most part. So at this point, it's pretty much shaped how we want. You can see dip powder kind of makes it look a little weird. So we'll basically shape it again the same way that we did when we first put the nail tips on. It won't take very long at all, pretty easy, but this is the process I always do. I always shape my nails how I want them first, and then after I dip, I shape them again. Okay, I think we're good. So we're gonna do the same thing. Make those edges really straight. If for some reason you put too much of this clear natural dip on, you can always use an e-file too. If I go a little heavy-handed with clear, I'll sometimes whip mine out just to help make this a little smoother since you're going to be dipping on top of it. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Just gonna make this curved a little more. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm making it perfect just for this video. But honestly, since you're going to be dipping another color on top of this, you don't have to make this part super perfect. Alright, so we'll put our second coat of activator on and then we're done, guys. Alright. So let's see. Final product, how does it look compared to the other ones? Pretty similar. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, this is just how to shape your nails easily using nail tips. So again, I'll put everything I used in the description. If you have any questions for me about anything I talked about, or you want to see other videos, please let me know in the comments, and go ahead and like this video if it helped you, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys. See you again next time.